Hello everyone. In this video, I hope you will learn how to draw lines in AutoCAD. Before you start with this command, you should press this zoom extends button here to limit the drawing area to an A3 format. Okay. The line command can be executed in three ways. Clicking here in the button, writing down line, or just writing down L and enter, or L and spacebar. Okay, the first coordinate, it's called an absolute coordinate. You can see the drawing coordinates here in the status bar and the drawing coordinates in the right down corner of the crosshair, and these values match. Okay, so this is an absolute coordinate because AutoCAD gives us a reference to start with. Okay, so you can click in the drawing area to choose that point to start drawing, or you can just simply enter the number. For example, 192 and comma, right to the M key is comma, and maybe 78. Enter. Okay, this is the point 192 comma 78. So you can see in the drawing area that the information that AutoCAD is giving us is the length from this point to the crosshair and the angle of elevation. Obviously took from the positive x-axis. Okay. We are going to skip that information and work only with rectangular coordinates. The polar method or polar coordinates that is showing is in this moment, we are going to discuss it in another video. So if I want to draw a line from this start point, making an advance parallel to x of 88 millimeters and then parallel to the y-axis of 56 millimeters, you only have to write this down. 88 in the field of the length, simply, and then press comma. Now the fields are rectangular and you just write 56, that is the advance. If you measure the distance between these 2 points parallel to the axis, you can see the 88 and the 56 units, in this case millimeters. So this is the way AutoCAD works. You only have to press comma between two numbers to declare that it's a rectangular coordinate. Okay. The next segments are drawn in a relative coordinate system. The relative coordinate system starts in the last point you click or enter. For example, this is my new origin. The last point of this line is my new origin. So if I want to draw a line in the second quadrant of the Cartesian plane, in other words, left and up from this point, you should remember that the x values are negative and the y values are positive. So you have to work with these signs and write, for example, minus 80 for the advancing x, comma, 56 units in the y direction from this point. Okay, you can check this out. Okay, let's see, 56 again and 80 in the other direction. You can leave the crosshair anywhere if you are drawing lines with rectangular coordinates. In the case you have to do a line in the third quadrant, you should remember that both x and y components of the um, point are negative. So this is my new origin, my new 0, 0 value. So I'm going to leave the crosshair here and write, for example, minus 67, comma, minus 38. Enter. And this is a line drawn in the third relative quadrant. Okay. And for the fourth quadrant, starting here in my new origin, you should remember that the x is positive and the y is negative, so I can leave the crosshair there, but I am going to show you this way. Okay, let's see, maybe for example 81, comma 45. But remember, minus 45 because it's in the fourth quadrant. The other way to do this is with the F12 function off. Okay, let's see this. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, dynamic input, it's on. F12, now it's off. You can see it here. For this method, every coordinate is in the absolute mode unless you write a new symbol that is a relative coordinate. So every coordinate is an absolute coordinate. So we are going to start line here again in wherever, okay, here. And you can see that is here the polar coordinate. So let's skip it. If you know the absolute coordinates of these points, you can just simply write them down. But this is not the case. So starting a line again, and for example, if you want to draw a line from this point with the F12 off to a place 42 units to the right and 65 units up, you should write shift 2. And in other keyboards, maybe you have to press Alt graph with Q or Alt graph with 2 also to draw the pounds or at. This symbol tells AutoCAD advance 42 units. Watch that the numbers are only appearing in the command bar 42 units to the right and then comma 65 units up. Okay, enter. That is the same way, but you always have to press the pound symbol every step of the way. That's the F12 function. F12 spares you the use of the pound symbol in every segment you have to draw. I think it's enough for this video. I hope it is useful. See you in the next one.